Long, long ago, before our fathers' fathers walked the earth, there was a kingdom blessed with riches and peace. The rivers flowed, the trees bore fruit in abundance, and the people danced under the moonlight with joy. But, as the elders say, Aye o kere, ibi ambe nibi kibi. The world is wide, but evil lurks everywhere. Suddenly, a great misfortune befell the land. The rains stopped, the earth cracked open, thirsty and barren. Children coughed with strange sicknesses no healer could cure, and even the mighty rivers shrank until their beds lay bare like the bones of a skeleton. Fear spread across the kingdom like wildfire. Mothers wailed, farmers abandoned their fields. The drums of joy went silent. Inside the palace, the king, a man wise with years, but heavy with sorrow, summoned his council of elders. The oldest diviner stepped forward, his voice trembling as if the words themselves were heavy with danger. Kabiyesi, the answer to our suffering lies beyond human reach. The spirits are angry. The cure to our land sickness is hidden deep inside the forbidden forest. Igbo Irumole. The moment he spoke, the council gasped. Some covered their mouths, for that forest was not like any other. The elders whispered, "It is the dwelling place of spirits, older than the Sunday. A place where men enter but never return. A land where shadows walk without bodies, and voices speak without mouths." Even the bravest warriors lowered their eyes. And the king rose and declared, "Whoever dares to enter Igbo Irumole and return with the treasure that will heal our land, that man shall have half of my kingdom and the hand of my daughter in marriage." The promise was great, but the silence that followed was greater. The next day, warriors gathered at the forest's edge, spears in hand, boasting of their courage. But as the wind howled through the trees and strange shadows moved between the branches, their pride melted into fear. One by one, they turned back, muttering excuses. Among the crowd was a young hunter. His name is lost to time, but his story lives forever. He was not the strongest man, nor the richest, but he carried a fire in his spirit, a hunger for greatness, and a heart unshaken by fear. Where others saw danger, he saw destiny. He stepped forward, bowed before the king, and declared, "Kabiyesi, permit me. I shall enter the forest, not for wealth, not for a bride, but for the honor of saving my people." The people gasped. Some called him foolish. Others whispered that the spirits had already claimed his soul. But the king, desperate and hopeful, nodded. That night, the hunter went to the Babalawo, the great diviner. The old man traced sacred signs on the floor, cast his cowrie shells, and stared deep into the mysteries of Ifa. To the young hunter, the Babalawo said, "The path you choose is not for the faint of heart. Igbo Irumole is a place where courage may save you once, but wisdom must save you twice." He gave the hunter protective charms, sacred chants, and warned him, "No matter what you see, do not turn back. If you hear voices calling your name, do not answer. And if beauty tempts you, remember, not all that shines is gold." The hunter nodded, his face steady, though his heart beat like a drum of war. At dawn, he stood at the edge of the dreaded forest. The trees loomed tall and dark, their branches twisting like claws. Cold wind whistled through, carrying whispers no human tongue could form. Behind him, the villagers watched in silence. Mothers shook their heads, children clung to their fathers. Even the bravest warriors dared not step closer. The hunter tightened his charms around his waist, gripped his bow, and took a deep breath. One step forward, and the forest seemed to breathe. 2 steps, and the shadows swallowed him. The people say, from that moment on, his life was no longer his own. For when a man enters Igbo Irumole, the forest does not just test him, it changes him. Thus began the hunter's journey into the land of spirits, a place where no mortal walked and remained the same. What awaited him inside was beyond imagination.